Hello, hello. Namaskar, Namaste, Adab, Sat Sri Akal, Vanakkam. A cheery good evening and the warmest of warm welcome to the Mumbai Club Cricket Championship, the MCC 50 Plus Championship presented by MCC Foundation, not for profit initiative. The first semi-final getting underway. Team Goregaon Sports Club versus MCA BKC. The man on strike, that is Ojas. The man in the non-striking end, that is Vinod Lund. Opening the attack for Team Goregaon Sports Club, the captain himself, that is Deepan Patel. Starts off with 4 wide runs. A very formidable opening pair in the form of Ojas Mehta and Vinod Lund. Got an experienced bowler, that is Deepan Patel. Loads and loads of experience behind him. If this match can live up to its potential, this is really going to be a cracker of a game, a cliffhanger of a match. This match has got the potential to go right down to the wire. Hoping for a humdinger of a match. The warmest of warm welcome to one and all connected with this event on YouTube. The YouTube handle MCC TV. Are looking to nudge it round the corner. If Ojas will be looking for that early turn, there will be no turn in Deepan's spell early on. He will be focusing on putting the ball into the body of the batsman. The line will be inside the batsman. He never does look for that turn when he's bowling with a new ball. Just looking to put the ball in the right areas, bowling a business like line and length. Vinod on strike now for the first time this evening. They have been invited to bat first. As far as Ojas Mehta is concerned, definitely the ninja player for team MCC BKC. The job for Deepan Patel is to strangulate both these openers with his teasing and tight lines. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to the MCC 50 Plus Championship. The first semi-final match, Goregaon Sports Club versus MCA BKC. MCA BKC led by Ojas Mehta and Deepan Patel in charge of leading team Goregaon Sports Club. Oh, fetching the ball from outside the off stump. It's a shortish, squarish boundary that goes over the ropes. The first 6 of the evening that comes off the blade of Vinod Lund. Team GSC have to be very careful here. Having won the toss, they decided to be bowling first. The opening pair of Ojas and Vinod will look to make things happen. They will not be staying on the back foot. Two aggressive batters at those 22 yards, Vinod and Ojas. The job is cut out for Deepan Patel. Oh, this time that's a well tossed up delivery, beating the batsman in the flight. The wily old fox, that is Deepan Patel. इसे एक बार उसी तरह की फ्लाइटेड गेंद पहले ओवर में स्लो टर्न का प्रदर्शन करते हुए दीपन पटेल। पहली ओवर की समाप्ति के बाद रन संख्या 12 रन, बिना कोई नुकसान के मैच के टॉस को जीता। जीएससी ने गेंदबाजी का चयन किया है, आमंत्रित किया है एमसीए बीकेसी की सलामी जोड़ी को कि इस विकेट का बतौर बल्लेबाज पहले उपयोग करे। जिस तरह का फॉर्म दर्शाया है ओजस मेहता ने इस टूर्नामेंट में, वाकई में एक बहुत ही बड़ा नाम, बहुत ही काबिल तारीफ बल्लेबाज, पूरे टूर्नामेंट में अपना आक्रामक रंग पेश किया है और उसी लिहाज से उसी मोमेंट हमको बरकरार रखना चाहेंगे इस फर्स्ट सेमीफाइनल मैच में। रवि नारायण साहू गेंदबाजी का भार संभाले हुए इन ऑर्बिट हैंड की तरफ से स्ट्राइक पर होंगे ओजस। स्पिनर और सीम बॉलर्स के साथ अपने शुरुआती के ओवर्स को करती हुई टीम जीएससी। दीपन पटेल ने पहला ओवर किया और अब नई गेंद को थमाया है रवि नारायण साहू को। रवि नारायण साहू इज नोन फॉर हिज लाइन एंड लेंथ। Ojas Mehta, definitely the big fish. An electric range of shots and great match temperament. That is the USP for Ojas Mehta. The back of length delivery, looking to steer it into that point area. Absolutely alert there inside the circle. That's Abhishek Gosalkar. Early days in this match. They've been invited to bat first. MCA BKC. Drifting down the leg side, Amol Polke, the wicket keeper, the ace wicket keeper batsman for GSC. Much better channel bowling, metronomic bowling, and well left as well. Even in a T20 game, you can hold on to your technique. For that kind of a leave, you need to know where your off stump is. Prolific run getter for MCA BKC, that is Ojas Mehta. He gets nicely stuck into that one. A terrific shot up and over the mid-wicket area that goes into the stands. The early intent from both these batters is absolutely clear. Not going to be playing the waiting game. They're going to be going after the bowling. With that, Biggie, the score now on to 19. We are into over number 2. The job is cut out for the new ball bowlers. Looking at the aggressive mindset that both the batters have come out with. It's going to be a tough ask. You want to contain them, you got to send the batter back to the pavilion. अगर ओजस मेहता मैदान पर एक अगले आधे घंटे तक बना रहता है तो इस मैदान की तरफ शानदार रनों की रंगोली को सजाएगा। हुनर, अनुभव और मानसिकता का त्रिवेणी संगम, वो है ओजस मेहता। ओजस की रेंज से उस गेंद को दूर रखना चाहता और उसी कोशिश में वाइड गेंद का इशारा, उस एक रन के साथ अब रन संख्या 20 रनों तक जा पहुंची है। इस मैच के टॉस को जीता है, गेंदबाजी का चयन किया है कोशिश यही है कि कम से कम रन से देकर ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा विकेट ले टीम गोरेगांव स्पोर्ट्स क्लब। टीम गोरेगांव स्पोर्ट्स क्लब का ये खूबसूरत मैदान दूधिया रोशनी में और भी निखर कर आता हुआ ये मैदान। +45 टूर्नामेंट से कह लीजिए आप, 50+ टूर्नामेंट से कह लीजिए, गोरेगांव स्पोर्ट्स क्लब के लिए सफर बहुत ही बढ़िया रहा है। दूसरी तरफ MCA BKC हर लिहाज से एक बहुत ही लाजवाब टीम है। अच्छी गेंद और बढ़िया तरीके से स्टीयर किया। बैकआउट ऑफ पॉइंट पर अनिल दुग्गर मौजूद, स्टैंडिंग टॉल ऑन दैट वन, लुकिंग टू गेट ऑन द टॉप ऑफ द बॉल, letting the ball arrive into that body and at the very last moment just putting the ball into that backward of point area. A workaholic single. They've got a protection in the deep. Aniket Kawad in that deep mid wicket area.
The score at the end of 2 overs, 22 runs. Both the new ball bowlers have to be careful. Deepan having given away 12 runs in the very first over, and Ravi Sahu gives away 10 in his first over. Some well flighted delivery that should have been played on the front foot. To be negating or to be navigating that kind of a teasing line and length, you got to exhibit decisive footwork. Very well bowled. Oh, that is swept away. Fetching the ball from outside the off stump. That goes crashing into the boundary fence. Not a bad delivery, simply the aggression of the batsman that fetches the team 4 runs. What an aggressive start. Valuable runs being added here early on, making ultimate usage of the power play restrictions. That is team MCA BKC. Well and truly on course. A flying start. This could be a chance. Nicely taken. Vipan Patel provides that vital breakthrough. In an attempt to go at the top, he balloons the ball into the safe hands of Abhishek Gosalkar. That had to be taken 10 out of 10 times. अपना आक्रामक रंग पेश करने की जद्दोजहद में विनोद लूंड पेविलियन में वापस जाते हुए, looking to play one shot too many. Exactly what the doctor ordered for the GSC bowling team. If this match could really live up to its reputation, this really could be a prime-time drama. Semi-final number 1 of the MCC 50+ Championships presented by the MCC Foundation, not-for-profit initiative. The 3 men who matter the most as far as MCC Foundation is concerned: Vinit Dujurwala, Mohit Chaturvedi and Ganesh Rai. The second semi-final to be played tomorrow at the CCCI. It's going to be Bombay Gymkhana versus CCI. The second semi-final scheduled catcher on the corner, picking his spot nicely. The new man in Anish has got to give smart company to the dashing and the dynamic Ojas Mehta. Anish coming into bat at the crucial number 3 spot. The early elevator pitch will definitely be provided by Ojas Mehta. Can he once again play that big run? He's been in scintillating form. The left. At the very last moment, he had to check himself, and then he lets the ball go to the wicketkeeper. End of 3 overs. The score at the end of 3 overs, 29 for 1. Ravi Sahu will continue. Both the teams will have to keep floating in those clouds of positivity. This is the big match, semi-final number 1. You want to be at your very best. One small mistake could cost you the championship. It's all in the mind. It's all about your mental makeup. Oh, what a brilliant! Oh my word! At the very last moment, the ball bounces out of his hands. That was an absolute gem of an effort. A 9 out of 10 for the effort. If we had to take that one, would have been an absolute beauty there. But what an effort by Abhishek Usalkar. It was a cracker of a shot. He went all out after it. No half measures. The ball was traveling like a tracer bullet. The way he timed his jump. That was just about perfect. It is such a big shame that he could not hold on to the ball. After doing all the hard work and all the right work, the ball bounces out of his hands as he goes down on the ground. Would have been a moment of magic? Would have been the correct moment if Abhishek had to hold on to that catch? The lines channel bowling. That is one of the stock deliveries for Ravi Sahu. Anish a little cautious, a little watchful at the start of his innings. He's bowling the back of length deliveries, keeping the ball on and around that off stump. No hint of movement in the air, so that is why he's fallen back on game plan number B to hit the deck hard. Not looking for that early movement, not looking for the swing, he's just looking to hit the deck hard. That's in the air, could be a chance here. Nicely taken, one more wicket goes down the drain, and this time it is Anish. Both the new ball bowlers have a wicket each. A very fine catch taken by Alok Somani. So 2 wickets down. The top order on shaky grounds. In comes Amit Dani. Just look at the
Mumbai first class cricketer Amit Dani. He's seen it all, done it all. Indeed, one of the biggest names at this MCC 50 plus championships, Amit Dani. He could go down in this tournament as one of the brand ambassadors of the game, Amit Dani. Oh, the finger goes up. This is absolute magic here, and what a fantastic catch taken by Amol Polki, the ace wicketkeeper batsman for Goregaon Sports Club. Oh, that is the big fish in the net. Amit Dani on his way back to the pavilion without having trouble the scorers. Ravi Narayan Sahu, after that first expensive over, he sent two top order batters back to the pavilion. And just look at the man who's on his way back, Amit Dani. What a good take by Amol Polke. That's a super catch. Not easy to take those faint edges. Ryan Rodrigues arrives at the wicket. क्रीज से दामन छूटा अमित दानी का और अब विकेट पर आगमन होता हुआ रायन रॉड्रिक्स का. Three wickets down. You do not want that bleep to be converted into a crisis. Somebody will have to essay the role of the crisis manager. In all probability, it will have to be the new man who's just arrived, Ryan Rodrigues. A change in the bowling guard. Sushil Patil comes into bowl from the infinity end. Now what's going to be the approach and attitude of Ojas Mehta, the top order of the MCA BKC on shaky grounds? इस मैच के टॉस को जीता, गेंदबाजी का चयन किया, तीन टॉप ऑर्डर बल्लेबाजों को काफी जल्द पेविलियन वापस भेजा है. उन तीन विकेटों के बलबूते पे एक सकारात्मक ऊर्जा का संचार होता हुआ टीम जीएससी के खेमे में. देयर इज अ सर्टेन स्प्रिंग इन द स्ट्राइड. अचानक से मानो एक नव चेतना जाग उठी है. लुकिंग टू वेदर द स्टॉर्म, रायन रॉड्रिक्स एंड ओजस मेहता. टाइम फॉर सम रिडेम्पशन, टाइम टू डू अ resurrection job. That is nicely driven. A good extra cover drive. Aniket Kawade getting his body behind the line of the ball as the second line of defense. Happy with just a single. Can Ojas Mehta once again produce a magical innings? Can he produce a big one? If ever MCA BKC wanted a big one from Ojas Mehta, it is tonight. Amit Dani back into the pavilion without having trouble the scorers. Now how does one negate that kind of a dismissal, that kind of a blow? In hot waters at the moment, and the big challenge for team MCA BKC is to keep the head above the water. Testing times. Yes, for sure, team MCA BKC have got such good depth in the batting lineup. They can still come up with a brilliant score. It's all about holding on to that element of self-belief. Just a look at the audacity of the batsman to be playing that kind of a shot after having lost 3 wickets. That is the confidence of the man. That is the ability of the man. All grit and determination. Ojas Mehta. But that boundary, the score now moves on to 36 at the end of 5 overs. Pulling things back, that is the Goregaon Sports Club. Team MCA BKC were 22 for no loss at the end of the first 2 overs. They were off to a flyer, the batting team, and all of a sudden, in a space of just 12 to 14 deliveries, they have bounced back and they have a firm grip on the match at the moment. The momentum has shifted into the camp of GSC at the moment. But still early days, lots and lots of cricket still left to be played. जब तक ओजस मेहता विकेट पे बना हुआ है तब तक बड़ी मात्रा में खतरा मंडराता रहेगा टीम जीएससी पर. That's a wide one. One extra run added to take the score to 37. 37 for 3. Looking to engineer a collapse, and that is Ravi Narayan Sahu with those 2 wickets. Oh, that was a smart change in line. Also slow to the air. लाइन को तो तब्दील किया ही, बल्कि अपनी रफ्तार से भी बल्लेबाज को गिरफ्तार करना चाहा. पहला कदम उठाओ विमान से सपनों की क्या मजाल के पूरे न हो. एक अच्छी शुरुआत हुई है जीएससी के लिए. देखना है कि इस अच्छी शुरुआत को किस तरह से एक मैच विनिंग एफर्ट में कन्वर्ट करती है जीएससी. दूसरी तरफ एक अग्नि परीक्षा से गुजरना होगा. 3 टॉप ऑर्डर बल्लेबाजों को काफी जल्द खोया है. टेस्ट ऑफ कैरेक्टर, दैट इज द MCA BKC team. At the moment, Team GSC are looking to dictate terms. They have a certain superintendence in the match till this point in time. We all know that this man, Ojas Mehta, is the absolute showstopper. All the spotlight at the moment that is on Ojas Mehta. Oh, that is well struck. He waited for the ball to arrive into his range and then he went after it. Such good execution. Not much of an effort, but just look at the premium result. Exactly what the doctor ordered. That's a blazing 6 to take the score to 41. इस इनिंग्स को संवारना भी है और सजाना भी है. ये कश्मकश है टीम MCA BKC के लिए. इस बात की खबरदारी लेनी होगी कि सही गेंदों का चयन करे बड़े शॉट्स को खेलने के लिए. They are not in a situation wherein they can afford to manufacture shots. They are not in a situation to take those untoward risks. So yes, sir, they have to play the waiting game. They got to go by the book. The shot selection, that's definitely going to be the key word. End of 6 overs, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. The scoreline is a 41 for the loss of 3 wickets. The score at the end of the 2 overs was 22 for none. The next 4 overs have produced only 19 runs and 3 wickets have been taken as well by GSC. Looking to resurrect the innings, looking to do the redemption job, that is team MCA BKC. तलवारें खींची गई है. हर लिहाज से एक बहुत ही बढ़िया क्रिकेट मैच होने के पूरे आसार नजर आते हुए स्वागत है आप सभी का. हम इस वक्त गोरेगांव स्पोर्ट्स क्लब के मैदान पर इस MCC 50+ चैंपियनशिप का पहला सेमीफाइनल मैच का लुत्फ उठाते हुए गोरेगांव स्पोर्ट्स क्लब बनाम MCA BKC. GSC ने इस मैच के टॉस को जीता, गेंदबाजी का चयन किया है. जबकि 6 ओवर्स हो चुके, मुकम्मल हो चुके, अच्छी स्थिति में नजर आती हुई, अनुकूल स्थिति में GSC. देखना है अब रायन और ओजस मेहता मिलकर किस तरह से इस इनिंग्स को आगे मार्ग प्रशस्त करते हैं, किस तरह से अपनी टीम को एक अच्छे लक्ष्य की तरफ ले जाती है ये बल्लेबाजी जोड़ी। बहुत ज्यादा हुनर है, बहुत ही ज्यादा प्रतिभा है, बहुत ही ज्यादा अनुभव है ओजस के पास। ओजस अपनी टीम की तरकश का वो विक्रमादित्य तीर है जिससे किसी भी दुश्मन को धाराशायी किया जा सकता है, इतना बड़ा नाम है। गेंद अच्छी थी, किसी भी तरह से बल्लेबाज को उस गेंद के नीचे आने का मौका नहीं दिया सुशील पाटिल ने। ये सभी 50 प्लस प्लेयर्स है, उसे लिहाज से अनुभव की कोई कमी नहीं है। मैच टेम्परामेंट भी खेल खेल कर सभी का बिल्कुल पुख्ता हो चुका है। इतने सालों का अनुभव है, कम से कम 30 साल से ये सभी प्लेयर्स खेल रहे हैं। और आज भी हमारे कई 50 प्लस प्लेयर्स के लिए क्रिकेट खेलना ये उनके लिए आज भी उनका पेशा है, उनका पैशन है। आज भी क्रिकेट उन सभी प्लेयर्स के लिए उनका एकमात्र धर्म है। That's the only religion that they follow. Most of these 50 plus cricketers still hanging on to that lifeline of cricket. It's in their blood. That is what they have done all their lives. Playing cricket is what they love, what they do best. So yes, a big thank you to Vinit Dujodwala, Mohit Chaturvedi, Ganesh Roy for coming up with this Premier Club Cricket Championship, which goes by the title MCC 50 Plus Championship, presented by MCC Foundation, which is a not-for-profit initiative. A total of 12 teams in the fray. It's boiled down to the first semi-final match.
बताओ ना क्या हुआ? नहीं जाएगा, एक बार मेरा इंटरनेट तो नहीं।
MCA BKC. They will back themselves to the hill till the time this man is educated. Anything can happen. Now there's one more change in the bowling guard as Vikas Bhosle comes into bowl from the in-orbit end. 44 it is, 44. 44 for 4 at the end of 7 overs. That is what the scoreline looks like. सुस्वागतम, सभी का दिल से स्वागत करता हूं एमसीसी 50 प्लस चैंपियनशिप का ये पहला सेमीफाइनल मैच। टीम गोरेगांव स्पोर्ट्स क्लब बनाम एमसीए बीकेसी इस प्रीमियर क्लब चैंपियनशिप को आयोजित किया है MCC फाउंडेशन नॉट फॉर प्रॉफिट इनिशिएटिव। हमारे दो अंपायर्स दीपक चौहान सर और विश्वनाथ उपाध्याय सर। इस टूर्नामेंट की डिफेंडिंग चैंपियन टीम में पीजे हिंदू जिमखाना गोरेगांव स्पोर्ट्स क्लब गए साल की रनर्स अप टीम थी। Obviously they want to get one level up. This time they want to lay their hands on the championship trophy, but in their way at the moment that is Ojas Mehta and the MCA BKC team. They've got enough flair and depth in their batting lineup to still make a comeback. Now this is going to be quite an interesting battle, Ojas versus Vikash. That's a workman-like single to take the score to 45. The batters out, Ryan, Vinod, Amit and Anish. The four lost wickets, the four gentlemen out there. The top order, four of them back in the pavilion. Getting some good carry, putting a lot of shoulder into that delivery stride. That big ray of hope for MCA BKC is the presence of the ninja player Ojas Mehta at the wicket. The USP of Ojas Mehta's game, along with his experience, along with his longevity, that is obviously the match temperament. That is what he brings to the table in a big way. मैच सिचुएशन को भाप कर उसी अनुसार अपनी गेम को संवारना सजाना भली भांति जानता है ओजस, और इसी वजह से किसी भी लिहाज से कोई हल्का फुल्का नाम नहीं है ओजस मेहता। बैक ऑफ लेंथ डिलीवरी स्टीयर किया है थर्डमैन की दिशा में, अभिषेक गोसालकर वहां पर मौजूद। हमारे सभी 50 प्लस प्लेयर्स का जोश जज्बा जुनून बिल्कुल अपने सीमा चरण पर, बिल्कुल बुलंद हौसलों के साथ हमारे सभी यंगस्टर्स खेलते हुए, स्टिल यंग इन देयर माइंड, in their approach, in their attitude. They all believe that age is only a number. In fact, most of the champion cricketers on exhibition in this tournament, they're getting better with age. And that is why the level of MCC 50 plus championship is on the high like never before. A total of 12 teams in the fray. That is tricky. The ball flying over into that third man area. The journey for MCA BKC till this stage has been headlined by stellar performances from the likes of Ojas Mehta, Amit Dani. Amit Dani back in the pavilion for naught. Ojas Mehta fighting it out, sweating it out. He's put a price on his wicket tonight. Tough times, looking to bail the team out of trouble here. Ojas and Viral Amin. The multi-dimensional player, the multifaceted player. Can he once again come good tonight? He's got to fire like never before. He's got to produce a biggie like never before. Ojas Mehta. What's the kind of score that they have in mind? What's the kind of target that they are looking to set? Sushil Patil continues. Oh, what a good delivery. Just look at that metronomic channel. Bowling in that corridor of uncertainty. Amol Polke, the wicket keeper, he's on a song. Teasing lines. Subtle variations from all the senior cricketers. On the rise to the line. It was a kind of a catch-22 situation for the batsman there, whether to play the aggressive one or to hold himself back. Fortunately for the batsman, the ball falling in no man's land. The shot selection is definitely going to be the key out here. Now this man has got to play a big role. Viral Amin. "50 runs up on the board for team MCA BKC. Oh, once again on the rise. What a good looking shot. In total control of that one. That is one of his pet shots. He doesn't have a big backlift, but just look at the super timing on that one. That shot will give him a hell of a confidence. Playing a T20 game, the match template is to play the shots. So whenever you get an opportunity, you got to play those shots. Give the due respect to the good ones. That's a kind of a situation that has come to the fore for team MCA BKC. They cannot afford to manufacture shots. They cannot afford to take untoward risks. They have to take calculated risks. That should be the Mool mantra here, to take calculated risks. That's the way to go forward. Look to bat out those 20 overs. Look to take the innings deep. Look to give smart company to Ojas Mehta. The score at the end of 9 overs, that is 56 for 4. It's going to be the drinks interval at the end of 10 overs. Irrespective of whatever happens in the last over, you got to say that the first 9 overs have belonged to Team GSC, winning the toss and opting to bowl first. In fact, MCA was off to a flying start, having scored 22 runs of the first 2 overs. Bit of a slide down for MCA BKC. The big ray of hope. The good news, Ojas Mehta is still there at the wicket. Vikas will continue. It's all about that match preparedness, the mental makeup. How eager are you to put your best foot forward in this semi-final match? You got to be ruthless. Two terrific teams up against each other. The second semi-final of the MCC 50 Plus Championship happening tomorrow at the Goregaon Stadium. Bombay Gymkhana versus CCI. Cricket Club of India, the Goregaon Stadium. So will be a terrific setting out there tomorrow evening. You do not want to be missing out on the second semi-final match. The warmest of warm welcome to everybody connected with us on YouTube. आपका यही साथ, आपका यही समर्थन कल भी हमारे दूसरे सेमीफाइनल मैच के लिए प्राप्त होगा, ये बिल्कुल विश्वास है. ये वाला 50 प्लस इवेंट जो है वो एक प्रीमियर इवेंट है और इस इवेंट में मुंबई के प्रीमियर 12 क्लब्स ने हिस्सा लिया हुआ है. इस बीच और एक चौका ओजस के बल्ले से निकलता हुआ. वो गेंद सहलाती हुई बाउंड्री फेंस के उस पार गई. स्वागत हारिया 4 रन जुड़े हैं. ओजस के बल्ले से रन संख्या अब जा पहुंची है 60 रनों पर. 60 for 4. Ojas will have to portray a picture that will infuse confidence into the lower middle order of MCA BKC. They got to hang in there. Just hold on to that element of self-belief. Ideally, what they had in mind would be a tough needle to thread from here on, having lost the 4 top order batters. But till the time Ojas is there, they can keep dreaming. They can keep hoping for the best. picking up the short length quite early, getting into a good position, pulling it in front of square. They've got protection in the deep in the form of Baba, Aniket Kawade. The score at the end of 10 overs, ladies and gentlemen, that is 61 runs for the loss of 4 wickets. Milte hai, break your spark. Welcome back to the post-drinks interval. The GAC team brings in Anil Duggar to open the bowling in the post-drinks interval. One more workman-like single from the blade of Ojas to take the score to 62. 4 wickets down. Indeed, team MCA BKC will have to get hold of the fuel in the reserve tank. Now, what are they targeting? 10 overs, I'm sure that they will be looking for at least 85-90. That's Manav Devli in the whitish mid-wicket area. They collect a couple to take the score to 64. 155 से 160 रन्स बनाना ये बिल्कुल न्यूनतम स्कोर होगा एमसीए बीकेसी के लिए. न्यूनतम टारगेट कम से कम 150 का. वहां तक पहुंचने के लिए दमदार क्रिकेट खेलना होगा. लेकिन जब तक ओजस विकेट पे डटा हुआ है, एक बड़ी आशा की किरण जागरूक रहेगी टीम एमसीए बीकेसी के लिए. Definitely the big ray of hope in the form of Ojas. There's nothing that Ojas cannot do on a cricket field. He's seen it all, done it all kind of a guy. and in this season he's been in terrific form. The absolute 24-carat gold player for MCA BKC, that Ojas. We all call him the twickish bowler. Anil Dugar, not such a big turner of the cricket ball. Looking at the match situation, looking at the match dynamic, a bit of a subdued Ojas Mehta is kept aside his attacking game for the sake of the team and is working relentlessly towards the welfare of the team. The match template at the moment for team MCA BKC is to play out those 20 overs, to take this innings deep. Vikas Bhosle will continue. Now, who's going to be the gun finisher for team MCA BKC? Ideally, they would want the gun finisher to be Ojas Mehta himself. Now, he's got to carry his bat. Making use of the bottom hand. Oh, looking for the second run. This could be an absolute suicide. We'll have to wait and watch. A bad bit of cricket from the Goregaon Sports Club. Some shoddy work. Oh, the finger goes up. Can you believe it? This is unbelievable. What's happening out there? They've lost the fifth wicket. It was a bit of a shoddy work from GAC. In the end, they get a wicket for it. Oh, that's a big blow. That's a big blow. Team MCA BKC in the doldrums at this point in time. They get that prized fifth wicket. Everything happening out there. Collie wobbles in the system. Edginess in the stomach. Now, we cannot put Abhishek Gusalkar away from the scheme of things. You'll find him everywhere. One brilliant catch, one extraordinary effort, a super effort now is one of the reasons for that run out. Abhishek Gusalkar, the fifth wicket down, just what the doctor ordered for team GSC. And that's a confident looking square cut, but that finds Saket Adhikari. That's a Yogesh Dichwalkar, the new man in. A bit of edginess in the camp of MCA BKC. At the moment, GAC is all over MCA BKC. But they cannot afford to be complacent. They cannot afford to relax even one bit. In a T20 game, fortunes can shift and sway in a moment of 1 or 2 overs. You got to wait for those positive shifts which can come along any time. अनिल दुक्कर का स्पेल जारी रहेगा। हल्का सा मोड़ दिया फाइनल के क्षेत्र में, 1 रन से समाधान प्राप्त किया। रन संख्या उस 1 रन के साथ अब 71 रनों पर आधी टीम पेविलियन में वापस जा चुकी है। अब वो 140 145 तक पहुंचना थोड़ा सा मुश्किल होगा। देखना है कि इस तरह की स्थिति में अब ओजस मेहता का रवैया क्या होगा, किस तरह के तेवर ओजस मेहता दर्शाएगा। इस तरह के बड़े मैच को जीतने के लिए आपके पास चाह और राह दोनों का ही होना बिल्कुल अनिवार्य है। इस तरह की स्थिति से अपनी लंबी करियर में बहुत मर्तबा गुजर चुके हैं ओजस मेहता। बड़ी उम्मीद है टीम एमसीए बीकेसी के लिए ओजस के रूप में, बहुत ही बड़ी उम्मीद। नए बल्लेबाज जो विकेट पर आए हैं ओजस का साथ निभाने के लिए वो है योगेश। थोड़ी सी परिस्थिति गंभीर है, लेकिन हम इस तरह की स्थिति को आपातकालीन स्थिति नहीं कहेंगे, क्योंकि ओजस जैसा एक बड़ा नाम अभी भी विकेट पे डटा हुआ है। पूरी तरह से इस इनिंग्स का पूरा भार अपने कंधों पर उठाया है ओजस ने, काफी नजाकत से खेला और अपने आप के लिए और टीम के लिए 4 महत्वपूर्ण रन से बटोर लिए। बहुत ही लेट खेला। भली बात जानते हैं कि कहां पर वो फील्ड सेट हुई है। As the hallmark of a champion player, they will have registered the field setting in their psyche. Getting all his experience into play. What a shot! Terrific timing, just about enough elevation for the ball to go over the head of the man in the deep. Enough elevation. Super timing. He got stuck into that one. That's a clean hit. And the skinty hitting sixer. That sixer takes the score to 82. Over number 11. Looking to put the foot on the pedal. Are they looking to change gears? Ojas Mehta can change the gear like a flick of a switch. एक बड़ी इनिंग्स खेलने की फिराक में नजर आते हुए ओजस। मंसूबा कुछ ठीक नहीं है जीएससी के लिए ओजस मेहता का। दूसरी तरफ ओजस का ये रवैया, यही चाहती है एमसीए बीकेसी। अगर एक सम्मानजनक स्थिति तक पहुंचना है तो ओजस ने डटे रहना होगा 20 ओवर्स तक। ये भविष्यवाणी करने के लिए किसी भी तरह से कोई ज्योतिष की आवश्यकता नहीं है. It's no rocket science. It's got to stay put at the wicket for all the 20 overs. And somebody's got to give him smart company. They got to play with soft hands. They got to keep rotating the strike. Look to give the lion's share of the strike to Ojas Mehta. इस तरह की स्थिति में ओजस मेहता को कम से कम 70 से 75 परसेंटेज गेंद खेलनी होगी. Go at the end of 11 overs, 13 overs, that is 84. बढ़िया शॉट. अनिकेत कवाड़े बैकवर्ड ऑफ पॉइंट. थोड़ा सा मामला उलझा हुआ है बीसीएम एमसीए बीकेसी के लिए. दीपन पटेल की वापसी होती हुई शोर बदले है दीपन के लिए. इन ऑर्बिट की तरफ से अब गेंदबाजी करते हुए सामना करते हुए ओजस. अपने पहले स्पेल में थोड़े से महंगे थे दीपन. देखना है किस तरह से आप वापसी करते हैं. ये बिल्कुल बढ़िया तरीके से ये मंच साझा हुआ है दीपन पटेल के ये आने वाले स्पेल के लिए. स्थिति काफी अनुकूल है. मजबूत स्थिति में मजबूत जमीन पर अपने आप को पाती हुई जीएससी. छियासी रन बने हैं. प्रगति पथ पर है. इस इनिंग्स का 14वां ओवर. शिकंजा कसा है टीम जीएससी ने. काफी नपीतुली और सटीक गेंदबाजी का नजारा पेश करते हुए जीएससी. अभी तक ओजस मेहता के बल्ले से फुलझड़ी देखी है. आतिशबाजी कभी भी देखने को मिल सकती है. He could really get into that top gear anytime. With his ultra slow deliveries, Anil Dugar is making life difficult for the batters of MCA BKC, not giving the batters any extra pace to work the ball around with. Bowling to the field, getting all his experience to play, bowling within his limitations. That is Anil Dugar. Not looking to do anything extraordinary, not looking to do anything out of the blue, just sticking to the job. In the meantime, that is a biggish inside edge for a boundary. 4 important runs being added here to the tally of MCA BKC to take the score to 93. Terrific shot. 2 boundaries on the trot, just what the doctor ordered. Definitely team MCA BKC will be deriving some extra confidence with that kind of comeback. 2 very good shots on the trot. Looking to put the doors open on a comeback. That's well bowled. A bit of an expensive over from Anil Dugar for Team GSC. So at the end of 15 overs is 97. Score after 15 overs 97. So far they've used 5 bowlers and all the 5 bowlers have bowled 3 overs each. So the last over for all the 5 bowlers moving ahead. To bowl his last over, it's Ravi Narayan Sahu from the in-orbit end, the man on strike, that's Ojas. Ojas is on to 43 of 52 balls. Bit of a subdued innings from Ojas Mehta in the backdrop of the high standards that he sets for himself and the team. one of the most prolific run getters at this tournament. That's Ojas. The early dismissal of Amit Dani, that had to be the biggest blow. To get to 150, it's going to be a big challenge. It's going to be a big ask. But maybe they still have that to 140 plus in their mind. That's the bare minimum that they would require. You got to give some good runs to defend to your bowling unit. Well played. He was into an awkward situation, but he manages to put the ball away into that boundary fence. A bit of an unorthodox shot, but quite an impact one. With that boundary, the score now 100 plus, 101 to be precise, 101. 102 it is. Looking to cramp Ojas, almost into his rib cage. They have really been very disciplined tonight in GSC. They have not given those freebies. They have made the batting lineup of team MCA BKC fight it out. Nothing's come easy for the BKC team. It's been a story of hard work. Change in pace picked up quite early. Ravi Sahu is into his final over. What a good shot. What a clean hit. That was in his range and he goes after it. What a great pickup shot. That is the half century for Ojas Mehta. Quite a fighting one. He's staying put at the wicket. Until the time Ojas stays at the wicket, there will be a chance for team MCA BKC to put up a respectable tally on the board. What a player. When the chips are down, a champion player like Ojas will be looked to turn the tide. That is exactly the difference between a lesser mortal and a champion player. जितना बड़ा मंच होगा उतना और ज्यादा निखर कर आएगा एक चैंपियन प्लेयर. यही तो फर्क होता है एक बड़े प्लेयर में और एक साधारण प्लेयर में. यही वो फर्क है. तमाम विपरीत परिस्थिति को मात देकर अपनी टीम को एक सम्मानजनक लक्ष्य की तरफ ले जाता हुआ ओजस. पूरी तरह से वो जिम्मेवारी ओजस ने स्वीकार की है कि मैं अपनी टीम को एक अच्छे लक्ष्य की तरफ ले जाऊंगा. इस वक्त ओजस का उत्तरदायित्व है कि अपनी टीम के लिए नया पार लगाए. Score after 16 overs, the Nelson mark, 111. The spell for Ravi Sahu is done and dusted with. And to bowl his last over, it's going to be Sushil Patil from the Infinity end. The man on strike, the left-handed batsman, Yogesh, is giving a very good company to Ojas. And in the bargain, he himself is picking up some valuable runs. He's collecting very good runs here. Looking to pick up the positive vibe from here on. That is the MCA BKC team. बाल बाल बच्चे ओजस कहीं मर्तबा इस तरह के अंदरूनी किनारे स्टंप्स में आते हैं. बाल बाल बच्चे. क्रॉस बैट से खेलने का वो प्रयास, आउटसाइड द ऑफ स्टंप की गेंद को खींचा वाइडिश मिड विकेट के एरिया में. जब तक केवल सिंगल्स देती रहेगी टीम जीएसी, कोई बड़ा चिंता का विषय नहीं होगा. आखिरी लम्हों में भी काफी अनुशासन से गेंदबाजी करनी होगी. दूसरी तरफ इस मैच का मौसम बदलना चाहेगी अगले कुछ गेंदों में टीम एमसीए बीकेसी. करीबन हर गेंद पर अब योगेश प्रहार करेगा. बहुत ही बढ़िया शॉट, सटीक टाइमिंग और एलिवेशन भी काफी खूबसूरत. फलस्वरूप एक लाजवाब छक्का. योगेश दिचवलकर अपना आक्रामक रंग पेश करते हुए बिल्कुल अपनी टीम का एक लड़ाकू प्लेयर है. काफी अच्छे रन्स बटोरता हुआ योगेश. क्या बढ़िया शॉट निकाला अपने पिटारे से. 14 गेंदों में 25 रन्स बना चुका है योगेश. 3 चौके और एक छक्का योगेश के बल्ले से. बिल्कुल एक ताजे हवा के झोंके जैसी बल्लेबाजी करता हुआ योगेश. क्या खूब साथ निभाता हुआ ओजस का. सराहना करनी होगी इस इनिंग्स की. मौका मिला था, मिस कर गए. अच्छी पोजीशन बनाई थी योगेश ने, थोड़ा सा जल्दी खेल लिया अपने शॉट को. डॉट गेंद के साथ तो वापसी करते हुए सुशील पाटिल. साकेत अधिकारी मिड विकेट पे दूसरा रन लेने से नहीं रोक पाए. वन 121 बने हैं 17 ओवर्स के बाद. 121. आखिरी 18 गेंदों में कम से कम 32 से 35 रन से जोड़ना चाहेगी एमसीए बीकेसी. वो 145 के घर में पहुंचना बहुत ही जरूरी है, क्योंकि टीम जीएससी के पास भी एक अच्छी बैटिंग लाइनअप है. जब इनिंग्स शुरू हुई थी तब कम से कम 170 से 180 का लक्ष्य जहन में था टीम एमसीए बीकेसी के लिए. पहले 6 ओवर्स के अंदर ही 4 विकेट्स खोए. 10 ओवर्स के अंदर आधी टीम पेविलियन वापस जा चुकी थी. और इसी वजह से अपना स्वाभाविक खेल नहीं पेश कर पाए ओजस. विकास भोसले अब अपने स्पेल का आखिरी ओवर करेंगे. विकास के इस ओवर की पहले गेंद पर एक करारा जवाब दिया ओजस ने। 6 रन मिले कि ये वाला छक्का ओवर की पहली गेंद पर था, तो उसे लिया से पूरी तरह से प्रेशर अप विकास पर होगा। गुलामी की बेड़ियों को तोड़ते हुए जवाबी कार्रवाई के रूप में एक लाजवाब छक्का जड़ दिया ओजस ने। और एक बड़ा शॉट, इस मर्तबा चौका। पहली 2 गेंदों में 10 रन बना लिए है, अपने गियर को चेंज किया है। भली भांति जानते हैं कि किस तरह से इनिंग्स को बिल्ड की जाए, कब और कैसे अपने गियर को चेंज करे, बखूबी जानते हैं ओजस। एक मास्टरपीस डिलीवर करते हुए ओजस। एक 131 रन बन चुके हैं कुल मिला के। अब 16 गेंद बाकी है। 131, अब वो 150 155 हकीकत नजर आते हुए अब करीबन मेरे ख्याल से 160 के उस पार जाना चाहेगी टीम एमसीए बीकेसी। बढ़िया स्क्वायर कट, लाजवाब शॉट, द बेस्ट ऑफ द लॉट। दैट वाज राइट फ्रॉम द टॉप ड्रॉ। मानो प्रतीक्षा में थे कि लाइन बदले के विकास, लेंथ बदलेंगे, उस तरह की छोटी सी गेंद की प्रतीक्षा में थे और प्रहार किया। खूबसूरत टाइमिंग और एक लाजवाब चौका। पहली 3 गेंदों पर 14 रन बटोर लिए हैं। और थोड़ा सा फंबल और वो दूसरा रन मिलना ही था सुशील पाटिल लॉन्ग ऑन पर। 137 रन, 2 गेंद शेष। विकास अपने स्पेल का आखिरी ओवर करते हुए थोड़े से महंगे साबित होते हुए कुल मिला के इस ओवर में और 2 गेंद बाकी है। क्या खूब मौसम बदला है, क्या मोमेंटम पाया है। बिल्कुल खराब गेंद और सही दिशा में उस गेंद को पहुंचाया, सुनिश्चित किया कि वो गेंद अपने तय मंजिल तक जाएगी। ओवर की आखिरी गेंद, रन संख्या है 143। मानो एक ही ओवर में मैच का पासा पलटता हुआ। इसी तरह के एक बड़े ओवर की जरूरत थी और उस बड़े ओवर को पाया है एमसीए बीकेसी ने। They are on that comeback trail like never before. It's indeed a comeback. Nicely driven, and they should be happy with the single, equally well fielded by Alok Somani. The score at the end of 18 overs, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is 144. Welcome to the MCC 50 Plus Championship, the Mumbai Club Cricket Championship, presented by the MCC Foundation, not-for-profit initiative. This is a premier inter-club championship, one of the most awaited events as far as the senior cricket is concerned in and around Mumbai, the MCC 50 Plus Championships. All credit to Vinit Dujodwala, Mohit Chaturvedi and Ganesh Rai from the MCC Foundation. The first semi-final underway, Deepan Patel versus Ojas Mehta, that is Goregaon Sports Club versus MCA BKC. कल का सेमीफाइनल ब्रेबॉन स्टेडियम पर बॉम्बे जिमखाना बनाम क्रिकेट क्लब ऑफ इंडिया, that is happening tomorrow. Welcome to Mr. Kaushik Mehta. He is the host for this semi-final match. He happens to be the governing council member of the Goregaon Sports Club and also the man in charge of the cricket and all the outdoor sports at the GSC. Anil Duggar back into the attack. Oh, that is sloppy work where there should have been only a single, 4 runs added. What that single would have done is this man would have been off strike. Ojas Mehta, he's destructive now. He's looking to play that big shot every time a delivery is dished out to him. Oh, he plays all around it. That wonderful innings of 79 runs comes to an end. That should have been played in the way. That should have gone over the mid-on area, looking to sweep it away. In the bargain, the stumps uprooted. What a fighting knock. 79 of 55 balls. That is what is scripted. He's given his chance, given a big chance for his team to defend whatever they put on the board. A 24-carat gold knocker from this man, Ojas Mehta. He played like a one-man army. इस बात को सुनिश्चित किया ओजस मेहता ने कि अपने किले में सुरंग न लगे. He held fort at one end and he did that in great style. He was looking to explode. He was looking to play that big shot to every ball. And he was pulling off those brilliant shots. That wicket of Ojas Mehta means that GSC will have at least 14 to 16 less runs to chase. That is for sure. With that wicket of Ojas, they have pretty much eliminated the biggest threat. What a counter Ojas was looking to present. That's well struck. That is straight to Bosley. He does well. Oh, that's a wide. 150 runs up on the board for team MCA BKC. 150. At once point in time, it was looking almost improbable, was looking difficult. Now that 160 plus is looking possible. What a fight back it's been by the MCA BKC team. So much of credit will have to be given to Ojas Mehta for that fighting innings of 79 runs of 55 balls. He played like a one-man army. He was flying solo. Oh, well stopped by Aniket Khawade on the volley. He stops it on the volley. And very good company given by Yogesh Dichwalkar as well. That's a very good cameo that is playing. He's come out with the right kind of intent. That approach from Yogesh, in fact, gave the confidence to Ojas to play his natural game. So yes, he's had a big role to play here, Yogesh. Now that's a rank bad delivery, and that has been put away. That has been put away. That's been taken to its logical conclusion, that rank bad ball. End of the spell from Anil Dugar and the end of 19 overs. .155 it is. 11 runs from that penultimate over. The last one from Anil. The final 6 balls. I think Ojas and Amit Dani will take those 160 plus runs if they get there with open arms. At one stage, it looked as if they would struggle to get to 140 plus. But that counter from this man, Ojas, has enabled the team to get to a fighting tally. The match on, the game on. Do not go away. The first semi-final of the Mumbai Club Cricket Championship 2025, managed and executed by the MCCC Foundation, that is MCCC Foundation, not-for-profit initiative by Vinit Dujodwala, Mohit Chaturvedi and Ganesh Rai. The first semi-final at the beautiful grounds of the Goregaon Sports Club. What a cracker of a shot. What a way they've opened the doors on that comeback. Dipan Patel, not exactly the night that he wanted for himself as a bowler. He's gone for some runs, Dipan. The fact that MCA BKC has made a comeback, Yogesh has played quite a vital role. Oh, that is an extraordinary shot. That was a bad delivery and very well said. Yogesh Tichwalkar was never going to be missing out on that kind of an opportunity. He puts it away in great style. Now Team GSC are looking down the barrel of the gun all of a sudden. In the last 10 to 12 minutes, the dynamic of the match has changed. The match of fabric has almost changed. The momentum is back in the camp of MCA BKC. Have to be cautious here. What a counter the lower order of MCA BKC is presenting, especially this man is playing like a dream, like a breath of fresh air. The approach from Yogesh. Oh, that will bring some sanity back to this over. That's a dot ball from Dipan Patel. 163, 3 balls left. Oh, what is it? That's going to be a big six. That early shuffle enabled Yogesh Tichwalkar to come into a good position and he cracks it out of the ground. What a counter this man is playing. He's playing like a dream. He's playing like a breath of fresh air. एक सौ उनहत्तर रन बने हैं. No, dot ball, dot ball. The final ball. Oh, super timing on that one and a bit of a fumble from Abhishek Gosalkar. The set target for the Goregaon Sports Club, 174 runs to win the match. They've given away almost around 35 odd runs extra, 30 runs extra in the dying stages. And those 25 to 30 extra runs that Team MCA BKC have collected in the dying moments of this innings, that's going to be a big blessing in disguise for the MCA BKC team. Now, can the MCA BKC team carry this confidence into their defense? They might. It's going to be a test of character for the batting lineup of Team GSC. All of a sudden, the match dynamic has changed. Let's have a look at the innings. Ojas Mehta, 79 of 55. Nobody gave him company. Just look at what Yogesh Tichwalkar has done out there. 24 balls and 46 not out. The showstopper alongside Ojas, that is Yogesh Tichwalkar. It's an absolutely mind-boggling innings. Exactly the kind of fighting stuff that Team MCA BKC wanted. Let's have a look at the bowling analysis of Team GSC. Dipan Patel, 4 overs, 40 runs, just 1 wicket. Ravi Sahu, 4 overs, 30. Quite economical. He's picked up 2 wickets. The standout bowler, Ravi Sahu. Sushil Patil, 4 overs, 27, 1 wicket. Very economical. Vikas Bhosle, 4 overs, 34. Not bad. Anil Dugar, expensive. 4 overs, 41 runs, and he picks up a wicket. So that's the story of the bowling attack of Team GSC. 174 runs required of 120 balls. मिलते हैं मिड इनिंग्स ब्रेक के उस तरफ. Thank you. This is your host and host Nishat Kora signing off for the moment on behalf of the MCC 50 Plus Championship, the MCCC Foundation. Thank you. Hello, hello. For the first time in this innings here, Karan Singh Wali on strike now. Oh, what a super effort there. Exactly the kind of effort that Abhishek Gosalkar came up with. Once again, a 9 on 10 for that effort. Almost sticking into his hands. That was played with so much of force, raw power. A match on, the game on. Both the batters exhibiting that positive intent. That goes without saying. Maybe because of the dew factor, the ball will nicely come onto the bat. That could be an added bonus to the batting team, that is GSC. Change in pace, nicely driven all along the ground. A bit of a fumble there. A man in hot chase. We'll have to wait and watch. In the end, the ball has enough gas on it to go over the boundary rope. The third over in this, the third boundary in this over, the very first over. The score at the end of the first over, 13 for none. Both the teams cannot afford to sway away from their objective. So they got to stay on course like a bullet. They cannot afford to sway away from their objective. Test of character for both the teams. Two of the best teams in the fray getting to the first semi-final of the MCC 50 Plus Championship. The first semi-final tonight being played at the Goregaon Sports Club. The second semi-final is scheduled to be happening tomorrow at the Brabourne Stadium. That is the Cricket Club of India versus the Bombay Gymkhana. Let's put all our focus on this first semi-final match. Into the bowling attack, that's Kamal from the Infinitian, the man on strike, Aniket Kawade, one of the legendary players at the GSC. A big name. And to give him company at the non-striking end, that is the very flamboyant Karan Singh Walia. The very reliable and the very steadfast bowler is about to commence his spell from the infinity end. A big responsibility has been assigned on the capable shoulders of Kamal. Drifting down the leg side, that's been called a wide. So 2 extra runs take the score to 15. At the end of the first over, 15 for none. Team MCA BKC have to be very cautious here. They cannot afford to give away big runs because early on, if they give away some extra runs, that will negate the advantage that they are having after having scored some quick runs towards the dying stage of their innings. You got to keep that advantage going. Do not want that advantage to be negated. Karan Paji on strike. Missing Kamal. Will have to alter his line. The length, not a problem at all. He's got to bowl wicket to wicket. He's got to stick to his basics. He's got to bowl with a game plan. Once again into the pads. Down the leg side and spin called a wide. In fact, 5 wide runs. So 7 wide runs have already come out here. A welcome bonus for team Goregaon Sports Club. 8 wide runs. It's got to be spot on. It's got to be right on the money. It's got to put the ball into that business area. Ask questions of Aniket and Karan. Better line. That's well played. The shot of length, the delivery outside the off stump, some room on offer. Equally well fielded by the man in that point area. The swords are out. This promises to be a humdinger of a match. The potential of both these batters will have to be reflecting on the score sheet. If Team GSC have to get to the podium. In the meantime, that's a much better delivery. Sticking to the line outside the off stump. Bowling into that, maybe the fourth stump. The perfect line. In that channel outside the off stump. Looking to find his rhythm, that's Kamal. Into the gap she goes. In fact, that goes into the boundary fence. And went into the gap, nicely picked up. A positive start here from Aniket Kawade and Karan Singh Walia. They seem to be middling everything that is coming their way. The ball meeting the meatiest part of the blade. The sound that it is creating, that is music to the ears of any batsman. Good stop in this follow through. End of 2 overs. The scoreline is 25 for none. Off to a very good start, but early days. Now this good start has to be converted into a rock solid partnership here. Definitely hunting for that crucial breakthrough. That is the MCA BKC team, led by Ojas Mehta. Into the bowling attack from the in-orbit end to one of the most seasoned campaigners, one of the most senior most bowlers in the MCA BKC, that is Paresh Shah. Left arm around the wicket across. The man facing him, Aniket Kawade. The job is cut out for Paresh. He's got to be at his very best. He's got to be at his miserly best. What's the kind of line and length that is going to be bowling? Is it going to be the containing line and length or the aggressive wicket-taking line and length? Here we go. Drifting down the leg side, that was short in length. He too starts off with a wide one. Bit of a loosener. And that is why before any big match, for that matter, any cricket match, you've got to be warmed up for the occasion. You've got to warm up properly. In a T20 game, you cannot afford to bowl a couple of looseners. One more wide. Looking to angle the ball into the batsman. Not much of turn with the new ball. It's all about bowling those tight lines, the teasing line and length. You've got to get into the psyche of the batsman. Look to play a cat and mouse game with the batsman. put him in sixes and sevens. Bit of a cheeky shot from Karan Singh Walia. Definitely he will pick up the second run as well. There's no doubt about it. And Aniket Kawade rushes in for the third run. Smart running between the wickets. Quite early on, Team GAC is accumulating some vibrant runs. One would have thought that after that late onslaught, Team MCA BKC will be in the mood to be at their very best as a bowling unit. They're licking some runs out here early on. Yes, it's a stiff target, but it's not a mountain to be defending. It's not a Mount Everest to scale here for Team GSC. It is definitely a challenging ask. Goes without saying that if Team GSC has to come to the podium, they'll have to play some very good cricket to get there. And the kind of vibrancy that Team MCA BKC has, they're not going to be offering this match on a platter. The idea is to make life miserable for GSC. Make them work hard. Wait was the call from Aniket. They got to pull up the socks. Team MCA BKC, they got to be playing tighter cricket. Dangerous shot to be playing. That ricochets off the stumps and that goes into the backward of square leg area. They collect a run in the form of an overthrow. Every dial has to be having its correct setting. So what's the setting for Team MCA BKC? What's the match template for them in this kind of a situation? Not too many to be defending. Yes, quite a decent score to be defending, but not a mighty huge one. Well bowled. Much better. Slow to the air, into the stumps. The score at the end of 3 overs is a handsome 34 runs for the loss of no wickets. Whatever tension there was early on in the camp of Team GSC, that's vanished in thin air. बिल्कुल हवा हो चुका है. जो भी टेंशन बना हुआ था पहले 3 ओवर्स की समाप्ति पर शानदार 34 रन बनाकर इस वक्त अच्छी नजर आती हुई टीम GSC. ओजस मेहता के लिए भी एक कड़ी परीक्षा है. देखना होगा कि किस तरह से अपने गेंदबाजों को लगातार शफल करते हैं. It's all about ringing in those changes at the most opportune time. In the end, it could turn out to be a scenario of horses for courses. Both the batters matching each other shot for shot, complementing each other. Karan Paji, the ideal foil to somebody as good as Aniket Kawade. Kamal continues into his second over. Growing in confidence, growing in stature. Both these batters looking good, looking elegant, especially Aniket Kawade. अनिकेत कवाड़े टीम जीएससी के लिए वो रीढ़ की हड्डी है. Is the spine as far as GSC is concerned. That's the man on strike, Aniket Kawade. It's got a very special skill set, Aniket. You cannot acquire that kind of skill set. You either have it or you don't have it. You got to be born with those special skills. Look at the players like Ojas Mehta, Amit Dani, and Aniket Kawadi out here. Naturally gifted players, super talented. It's not about what the champions win. It's all about how they win it. MCA BKC looking to take the fight to the enemy camp, hunting for that first breakthrough. Aniket Kawade is good at playing the big shots and also maneuvering the good balls into the gap and collecting those singles and doubles. He's a multifaceted player. Quite a big name at the GSC, quite a compact player, 24-carat gold player, Aniket Kawade. Playing the ball downtown, collecting a single. The score at the end of 4 overs is 36 for none. They are laying a strong foundation. एक अच्छी नींव रखती हुई टीम GSC. इसी अच्छी नींव पर शायद उस जीत की इमारत को बांधना चाहते हुए गोरेगांव स्पोर्ट्स क्लब बहरहाल अच्छी स्थिति में है. दूसरी तरफ तमाम विपरीत परिस्थिति को मात देकर वापसी का दरवाजा खोलना होगा MCA BKC ने. स्पेल बरकरार रहेगा. परेश शाह का सबसे सीनियर मोस्ट गेंदबाज है. चट्टान जैसा अनुभव के धनी है परेश शाह. इस जोड़ी को तोड़ने की तलाश में, इस जोड़ी को तोड़ने की फिराक में, पहले विकेट की खोज में परेश शाह इन ऑर्बिट 10 की तरफ से. सामने है पाजी. कोई बैकलिफ्ट नहीं और क्या शानदार शॉट खेला है. क्या कोर स्ट्रेंथ. कलाइयों का उपयोग किया, बॉटम हैंड का उपयोग किया और माशाल्लाह क्या खूब छक्का पाया है करण पाजी ने. रन संख्या गोल की रफ्तार से अब 42 रनों पर. दमदार प्रदर्शन करती हुई GSC. बहुत ही अच्छी शुरुआत है. खबरदारी लेनी होगी MCA BKC ने. फिर से एक बार दिशा से भटके फलस्वरूप और 2 वाइड रन्स का इजाफा होता हुआ स्वागतार्ह रन्स. आहिस्ता आहिस्ता एक ठोस कदम उठा लिया है GSC ने लक्ष्य की तरफ. मंजिल काफी दूर है. The job is cut out for the bowling unit of team MCA BKC. One more wide run. It's not come into his zone. He's not found his bearings. Some extra runs are being gifted away. That's a blessing in disguise. Those kind of extra runs will lift the burden away. Much better and giving it the due respect. Smothering whatever spin there was with that big front foot forward, the back ahead of the pad. So good technique. Stamping his authority in this first semi-final match. That is Aniket Kawade. One bounce crashing into the boundary fence. Up and away team GSC to a very handsome start. दूसरी तरफ टीम MCA BKC भी एक ऐसी टीम है जो किसी भी तरह से अपने घुटनों के बल नहीं आएगी. आसानी से इस मैच को गिफ्ट नहीं करेगी सौगात के रूप में. डटी रहेगी, लगी रहेगी. पता नहीं किस वक्त वो वापसी का दरवाजा खुले. अग्नि परीक्षा तो है ही टीम MCA BKC के लिए. उस अग्नि परीक्षा में खरा उतरना होगा. 50 रन बन चुके टीम जीएससी के लिए काफी अच्छे समय में। एक अच्छी साझेदारी रंग लाती हुई टीम जीएससी के लिए। इस वक्त ये दोनों ही बल्लेबाज मैदान के चारों तरफ अपने विस्फोटक रनों की रंगोली को सजाते हुए अब अच्छे क्रिकेट के साथ दुआओं के काफिले को भी साथ ले चलना होगा बीकेसी एमसीए ने। इसे एक बार यूट्यूब के सभी दर्शकों का MCC फाउंडेशन नॉट फॉर प्रॉफिट इनिशिएटिव की तरफ से स्वागत करता हूं मुंबई क्लब क्रिकेट चैंपियनशिप 2025 में। पहला सेमीफाइनल मैच टीम जीएससी बनाम MCA BKC। और एक बड़ा शॉट, पावर प्ले रेस्ट्रिक्शंस का क्या खूब फायदा उठाया है और एक आक्रामक चौका करण पाजी के बल्ले से निकलता हुआ। देखते ही देखते 5 ओवर्स की समाप्ति पर रन संख्या बन चुकी है 54 रन 5 ओवर की समाप्ति के बाद। और सबसे अहम बात जो है वो शून्य, जो विकेट्स कॉलम में शून्य नजर आ रहा है, वो बढ़िया न्यूज है टीम जीएससी के लिए। पुख्ता रन रेट, विकेट्स भी नहीं खोए है, कुल मिला के एक अनुकूल स्थिति में, अच्छी स्थिति में इस वक्त टीम जीएससी। Definitely, it's going to be a case of optimism versus pessimism. A champion team that MCA BKC is, they will be looking to put the hit on. They have to be presenting their A game here on the bowling brigade of MCA BKC. They have to provide the best version of themselves. Nothing less will do. Nothing less will do. Some shoddy work, sloppy work, resulting in one extra run being given away. At the moment, both these batters treating this ground as an amphitheater. Both these batters have come out with flamboyance. And just look at the way they are painting this big canvas with artistic colors, with artistic runs. Yes, team MCA BKC will have to show some spunk. They'll have to show that fight for survival. They have to show that rear guard action. They got to provide a counter here to this aggressive approach of team GSC. Good intentions die if they are not executed in good time. And the way both these batters are exhibiting the intent and scoring those runs, that's a treat to watch. All along the ground, that's a scorching shot, and that will burn so much of grass on its way to the boundary fence. Very well done, offering the full pace of the bat. Just look at the way Karan Singh Walia is playing with a straight bat. He's playing in the V. He's cut away those cross-batted shots from his armory, and that is why he's starting to be such a good accumulator of runs. The job is cut out for the bowling brigade of team MCA BKC. The time is running out. They got to do too much in too little time here. अपनी प्रतिभा का लोहा बनाना होगा MCA BKC ने। देखना है कि कौन सी टीम के लिए वो जयकारा, कौन सी टीम के लिए वो जयघोष सुनने को मिलती है, किस टीम के मत्थे वो जीत का परचम लहराता है। डटे रहना होगा, अपनी काबिलियत में विश्वास रखना होगा MCA BKC ने। और एक बड़ा शॉट, ये तगड़ा शॉट हर लिहाज से विस्फोटक अंदाज में इस इनिंग्स को सजाते हुए करण सिंह वालिया। और अगर इसी तरह से केएसडब्ल्यू खेलते रहे तो अनिकेत कवाड़े पर किसी भी तरह से कोई दबाव नहीं होगा। बहुत ही बढ़िया शुरुआत, सटीक शुरुआत, सेमीफाइनल मैच, बहुत ही बड़ा मैच, बहुत ही बड़ा मंच। एमसीसी 50 प्लस चैंपियनशिप का ये पहला सेमीफाइनल इस इवेंट को पेश किया है एम ट्रिपल सी फाउंडेशन नॉट फॉर प्रॉफिट इनिशिएटिव। सीढ़ियां उन्हें मुबारक हो जिन्हें छत तक जाना है। अपनी मंजिल तो आसमान है, रास्ता हमें खुद बनाना है। अब सफलता मिले या न मिले ये तो मुकद्दर की बात है, लेकिन हम कोशिश भी न करें ये बिल्कुल गलत बात है। तो कोशिश तो करती रहेगी टीम में। एमसीए बीकेसी बड़ी टीम है, बहुत ही बढ़िया प्लेयर्स का समावेश है उस टीम में, चैंपियन टीम है। देखना है कि किस तरह किस अंदाज में अब अपने इस टारगेट को डिफेंड कर जाती है। मामला थोड़ा सा पेचीदा है, मामला थोड़ा सा उलझा हुआ है टीम एमसीए बीकेसी के लिए। जितना बड़ा संघर्ष होगा जीत उतनी ही बड़ी शानदार होगी। वापसी का रास्ता तलाशती हुई टीम एमसीए बीकेसी, योगेश दिचवलकर की अब आजमाइश होती हुई बॉलिंग ब्रिगेड के अगले नुमाइंदे के रूप में इन ऑर्बिटेन की तरफ से गेंदबाजी करेंगे। योगेश ने 46 नाबाद रन्स बनाकर अपनी टीम को वो सम्मानजनक स्थिति में ले गया। बहुत ही बड़ा किरदार निभाया था योगेश ने। क्या गेंदबाजी के साथ भी अपना करिश्मा कर गुजरेंगे ये देखना होगा। They need a couple of magic moments out here, there is no doubt about it. Karan Singh Wali on to 32 of 22 balls, Aniket Kawadi on to 18 of 14, 65 for none at the end of 6 overs. पावर प्ले की समाप्ति के बाद 64 रन बिना कोई नुकसान के। मानो ठान लिया है करण सिंह वाली और अनिकेत कवाड़े ने कि आक्रामक रंग पेश करेंगे, रुक कर नहीं खेलेंगे, विस्फोटक अंदाज में खेलेंगे, अपना स्वाभाविक खेल खेलेंगे। दो रन मिले। जब आंखों में अरमान लिया, मंजिल को अपना मान लिया, फिर मुश्किल किया और आसान किया। ठान लिया तो ठान लिया, बस ठान लिया है अनिकेत कवाड़े और करण सिंह वालिया ने कि हम तेज तर्रार क्रिकेट खेलेंगे, विस्फोटक क्रिकेट खेलेंगे, केवल रुक कर नहीं खेलेंगे। दोनों ही बल्लेबाजों के लिए आत्मविश्वास बिल्कुल अपने सीमा चरण पर है। आज गोरेगांव की फिजाओं में एमसीसी 50 प्लस चैंपियनशिप की धूम मची है। कल की शाम एमसीसी 50 प्लस चैंपियनशिप की धूम मचेगी ब्रेबॉर्न स्टेडियम पर। और एक चौका, रनों की बौछार होती हुई, रनों का सैलाब बहता हुआ करण सिंह वालिया के आक्रामक बल्ले से, रनों की नदियां बहती हुई। क्या मंच चुना है, क्या मंजर पेश करते हुए करण सिंह वालिया। Aniket Kawade happy to play second fiddle out here with that kind of an aggressive approach and intent from Karan Singh Walia. Come at the hour, come at the man. Well bowled, very well bowled. Now this player is the X factor player. He's got that special ability. If anybody can make a team MCA BKC bounce back into the match, this man has got the brightest chance, the brightest opportunity. Yogesh Dechwalkar. Can he turn around things here? Can he engineer that comeback? थोड़ा सा चीकी शॉट खेला था, मेरे ख्याल में थोड़ा सा प्री मेडिटेटेड शॉट था। मानो पहले ही मन बनाया था पाजी ने कि मैं थोड़ा सा बैकफुट पे खेलूंगा। खतरनाक शॉट था, मामला बिगड़ सकता था। बाल बाल बच्चे। 6.4 overs, 70 for none. मजबूत अपील थी क्योंकि रिवर्स शॉट खेला था. Everybody was up in a chorus. The umpire says no. From where did that kind of stroke attempt come? Was it a loss in concentration? He's playing so well with the straight bat. Why on earth would you wanting to be playing that kind of a shot? The situation does not demand this kind of an approach. So why was that the danger being taken? When one is on cruise mode, you got to just carry on in the same momentum. Why do you want to do things against the run of tide? Slow turn on offer. अपनी टीम का बिल्कुल रुस्तम प्लेयर साबित होता हुआ करण सिंह वालिया. अनिकेत कवाड़े तो बिल्कुल इस तरह के आक्रामक रंग से काफी खुश है. जब उनका ओपनिंग पार्टनर इस अंदाज में इनिंग्स को सजा रहा है तो अनिकेत कवाड़े बिल्कुल अपनी गेम को खेल सकते. और उनका जो मेन स्टॉक गेम है वो रिस्क फ्री गेम है. गेंदबाजी में अब आजमाइश होती हुई ओजस मेहता की स्वयं कप्तान ने अपने आप को इंट्रोड्यूस किया है. सेवेंटी 79 की एक दमदार पारी खेली थी. पहले ओवर से 17वें ओवर तक 16वें ओवर तक शायद डटे रहे. क्या खूब खेला था ओजस ने. It's got to your impress with the ball now. चट्टान जैसा अनुभव है. बहुत ही बड़ा नाम है. बहुत ही बड़े ऑलराउंडर है ओजस. इन एंड अराउंड मुंबई पूरे देश में विदेश भी जाते हैं हर साल रेगुलरली बड़े बड़े टूर्नामेंट्स को खेलने के लिए. This kind of a start has cooled down the nervousness in the camp of team GSC, if there was any. When that first innings ended, when that innings of MCA BKC ended, the body language was a little down because one would have thought that GSC conceded 30 extra runs than what they should have. But yes, what a comeback. What an explosive start to negate that kind of a disadvantage. They're going for the kill. Picture perfect. The carpet off drive. That was a half volley of sorts. Aniket Kawade now, very business-like. He likes to play that non-risk cricket. He's happy to be playing a second fiddle to any aggressive batsman till the time he stays put at the wicket, till the time he holds one end up. He likes to play that kind of a role. He flourishes in that kind of a role. The anchor role is what he loves. If anybody can produce a couple of magic moments for team MCA BKC, that has got to be this man, the big fish, Ojas Mehta. He's like a dream. That's Amit Dani in the sweeper point area. A swish and a miss, a swing and a miss. That's the first miss for Karan Singh Walia. Ojas looking to put the brakes on, pulling a tidy line in length, looking to put the screws on. He's got a very good googly as well. The aggressive intent on the part of Paji continues. Is not holding himself back. He's taken the onus on himself to provide that momentum, to provide that acceleration. The score at the end of 8 overs, 76. 76 for none. क्या मंच साझा किया है अनिकेत कवाड़े और करण सिंह वालिया ने आने वाले बल्लेबाजों के लिए। बहुत ही बढ़िया नींव रखी है, मजबूत नींव रखी है, मजबूत जमीन पर नजर आती हुई टीम गोरेगांव स्पोर्ट्स क्लब पर। करिश्मा कर गुजरना होगा टीम एमसीए बीकेसी में। अगर मैच में बने रहना है तो कम से कम 2-3 विकेटों को बहुत ही जल्द लेना होगा और उस कार्य को अंजाम देने के लिए योगेश दिचवलकर का स्पेल जारी रहेगा इन ऑर्बिट 10 की तरफ से। सभी यूट्यूब के दर्शकों का स्वागत करता हूं MCC फाउंडेशन की तरफ से, जो कि एक नॉट फॉर प्रॉफिट इनिशिएटिव है। मुंबई क्लब क्रिकेट चैंपियनशिप, MCC 50+ चैंपियनशिप, the premier inter-club championship event in Mumbai. In and around Mumbai, one of the better ones, a much sought after event. ये जो 50+ के सीनियर क्रिकेटर्स अपनी डेट्स ब्लॉक करते हैं इस इवेंट के लिए, one of the most prestigious 50+ events in and around Mumbai, the MCC Championship 50+. मैदान में उतरकर पूरी तरह से खलबली मचाते हुए करण सिंह वालिया। लाइन अच्छी, राइट हैंडेड बैट्समैन को अंदर की तरफ एंगल किया। पाजी ने टर्न के लिए खेला, जो कि टर्न नहीं था वहां पर। बहुत ही ज्यादा छोटी गेंद, बहुत ही ज्यादा छोटी गेंद, लेकिन अच्छी फील्डिंग पॉइंट एरिया में। गोली की रफ्तार से वो गेंद ट्रैवल कर रही थी, फील्डिंग उतनी ही तगड़ी। टीम का तुरम खान प्लेयर अनिकेत कवाड़े इस मैदान पर कितने सालों से अनिकेत कवाड़े ने अपना आशियाना बसाया है और ये MCC 50+ चैंपियनशिप का ये पहला सेमीफाइनल मैच अनिकेत कवाड़े और करण सिंह वालिया के घरेलू मैदान पर। इस विकेट की फितरत बिल्कुल अच्छी तरह से जानते हैं टीम GSC के बल्लेबाज। कितने सालों से अपना क्रिकेट खेला है यहाँ पर, कोना कोना जानते हैं इस मैदान का। हकीकत के तराजू में अगर इस मैच को हम तोले तो कहना होगा कि GSC की पकड़ मजबूत है और ये मामला पेचीदा हो सकता है। बाल बाल बचे, बिल्कुल सुरक्षित अपने घर वापस, बिल्कुल महफूज। बाल बाल बचे, कुछ समय तक दिल हलक में था। पिछले 3 ओवर्स में केवल 13 रन आए हैं, यानी कि ओजस मेहता और योगेश शिकंजा कसते हुए नपीतुली गेंदबाजी का मुजाहरा पेश करते हुए ओजस और योगेश, और दोनों ही सेट बल्लेबाज सम्मान देते हुए अच्छी गेंदों को, गेंदबाजी को मेरिट पर ट्रीट करते हुए जो बढ़िया शुरुआत हुई उसके बलबूते पे इस वक्त अब थोड़ा सा ऑर्थोडॉक्स क्रिकेट खेलने की लग्जरी मौजूद है। गत 15 गेंदों में केवल 7 रन आए हैं। फाइट बैक करती हुई एमसीए बीकेसी, कैन दे ओपन द डोर्स टू अ प्रॉपर कमबैक? लेट्स वेट एंड वॉच। फ्लाइटेड गेंद को लो फुल टॉस में कन्वर्ट किया। The ninja player for team GSC, that has to be Aniket Kawade. What a legacy is leaving behind at the GSC. Too good. Cracker of a shot. Aniket Kawade taking Ojas Methon. A big 6. Yes, team MCA BKC need to push their limits. They need to push the envelope. What a good delivery. That's a peach of a delivery. The batsman beaten all ends up. Lock, stock and barrel. Charo Khane Chitu Aniket Kawade. He's got a very good repertoire of shots. Aniket Kawade, he can play a 360-degree range of shots if he gets going. Good in defense. Flamboyant in his attacking game. With this kind of a partnership, Team GSC have created a bypass route to get to the podium. Who's going to be doing the firefighting for MCA BKC? It's got to be the bowling pair of Ojas and Yogesh. At the moment, they're bowling well, but they are not getting those wickets. They're not tasting success. They're bowling well, no doubt about it. One more good-looking shot. Shot and wide, a loose delivery, getting the treatment that it deserved. The rank half pitch ball gets to its logical conclusion. The scoreline at the end of 10 overs, 89, all wickets in hand. That's the good news. Welcome back. Looking to pull things back in their favor. That is team MCA BKC, but a boundary to start the post-drinks interval. That comes off the blade of Aniket Kawade to take the score to 93. 93 it is. 5 balls left in over number 11, and it's Amit Dani. Too short. And that has gone crashing into the boundary fence. Too short, and that is nicely put away. Amit Dani will have to produce his A game as a bowler. The former Mumbai first class player, Amit Dani. What a fantastic cricket administrator as well. He's been essaying so many roles for the Mumbai Cricket Association. He's been the coach of so many age groups of the Mumbai teams. He's been the selector as well. A top flight name in Mumbai cricket. That's Amit Dani. Amit Dani is a wonderful singer as well. जब वो मुंबई के सभी क्रिकेटर्स आते हैं, संगीत की महफिल सजाते हैं, तो उस महफिल में हमेशा अमित दानी होते हैं. He's a man who wears many hats, Amit Dani. (102 for none). 174 runs to win the match. They were struck hard. थोड़े से कतराए अमित दानी हाथ डालने से. थोड़ी सी हिचकिचाहट, अंत में रन लेने से इनकार किया करण पाजी ने. ओवर की समाप्ति 11 के बाद 103 रन बने हैं, यानी कि ड्रिंक्स इंटरवल के पश्चात के पहले ओवर में 14 रन आए. Karan Singh Walia is on to 49 of 39 balls and Aniket Kawadi on to 40 of 27. What a sizzling partnership. Both the batters are looking smoking hot. और अभी तक चांसलेस खेला है. ये बहुत ही बड़ी बात है कि चांसलेस खेला है. कैलकुलेटेड रिस्क लिए है. प्रॉपर क्रिकेटिंग शॉट्स को पेश किया है. राउंड द विकेट गेंदबाजी करने का फैसला लिया है ओजस ने. स्ट्राइक पर है करण पाजी जो कि 49 रनों पर है. बहुत ही बढ़िया गेंद और इसके पहले कि वो उंगली उठती स्वयं ही चल दिए. 49 पर आउट हुए. माइलस्टोन से थोड़ा सा दूर रहे, लेकिन क्या खूब खेला है, क्या मोमेंटम दिया है इस रन चेस को करण पाजी ने. डूइंग द जॉब. इन कम्स आलोक सोमानी. क्रीज से दामन छूटा है करण सिंह वालिया का और वो 22 यार्ड्स पर आगमन होता हुआ आलोक सोमानी का. और एक हरा सोना आलोक सोमानी. Coming back to a standing ovation, and why not? What good impetus provided by Karan Paji. That is such a good knock. पहला विकेट ओजस के नाम. थोड़ा सा चल दिए उस फ्लाइट डिलीवरी का सामना करने में, उससे गेंद को हाफ वॉली बनाया, ड्राइव किया डाउनटाउन। Into his pads. That was the faster one. He fired that ball into Aniket, bowling right arm round the wicket. The change in line providing him the wicket of Karan Singh Walia. चलिए, और एक चौका। जहां पर एक ही होना चाहिए था वहां पर 3 एक्स्ट्रा रन्स मिले। At the moment they are on course, well and truly on course. ठोस कदम उठाया है जीत के दरवाजे तक पहुंचने में। चलिए, एक ही ओवर में 2 विकेट्स मिले हैं। स्टेप आउट होकर खेल गए, पता नहीं क्यों। एक ही ओवर में 2 टॉप ऑर्डर बल्लेबाज पेविलियन में वापस। नंबर 4 के स्थान पर लेफ्ट हैंडेड बैट्समैन सुशील पाटिल का अब आगमन होता हुआ। 2 विकेट्स लिए। थोड़ी सी उम्मीद फिर से एक बार निर्मित होती हुई टीम एमसीए बीकेसी के लिए। वो 2 विकेट्स के चलते एक नई ऊर्जा का संचार होगा, थोड़ा सा दम भरेगी इस डिफेंस में टीम एमसीए बीकेसी। कर हर मैदान फतेह, ये यलगार पुकारी थी टीम जीएसी के कैप्टन ने, यानी कि दीपन पटेल ने। They've collected the 3rd run as well. That is good running. बारह के बाद 112 रन, 2 विकेट के नुकसान पर। The spell for Amit Dani continues. Is about to get started with the second over. At the moment, you're looking down the barrel of the gun. That is MCA BKC. But those 2 quick wickets, the 2 wickets in quick time will infuse some sort of confidence in the lineup of team MCA BKC. They should be looking to make life difficult for the team GSC to get to the podium. 48 balls and 62 runs required to win the match. 48 में 62 बनाने हैं। और फाइनल के क्षेत्र में अपने शॉट को खेला है और चौका पाया है सुशील पाटिल ने। थोड़ा सा ड्रिफ्ट कर गए डाउन द लेग साइड, वहां पर कोई भी फील्डर मौजूद न होने की वजह से 4 रन मिले। 4 स्वागतार्ह रन से जुड़ते हुए टीम जीएसी के टैली में। ड्रिंक्स इंटरवल के वक्त ऐसा लगा था कि टीम जीएससी के लिए वो जीत का कारवां निकल चुका है, लेकिन 2 जल्द विकेट्स गिरे उसके बाद। अभी भी कोई चट्टान जैसा लक्ष्य नहीं तय करना है, लेकिन थोड़ी सी खबरदारी लेनी होगी। थोड़ा सा ऑर्थोडॉक्स क्रिकेट की डोर को थामे रखना होगा फिर से एक बार। एक 119 पे 2, 13वें ओवर की एक गेंद शेष है। 1 ball left in over number 13, being bowled by Amit Dani from the in-orbit, the man on strike, that is the absolutely well set batsman Aniket Kawade, the champion player for team Goregaon Sports Club. Cracker of a shot. Definitely Aniket Kawade is going to be the one-time password, the OTP to crack the winning code in this match. He is on a roll. With that boundary, the scoreline at the end of 13 overs is very strong 123 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. Aniket Kawade moves on to 46 of only 30 balls. That is what is scripted so far. Aniket Kawade holding the reins of this run chase together. The beacon player providing the guiding light in this run chase. 42 गेंदों में मैच को जीतने के लिए केवल 51 रन बनाने होंगे। अनिश्चितता का खेल है। कोई भी क्रिकेट मैच विशेष रूप में जब इतना बड़ा मैच हो, इतना बड़ा मंच हो, वो क्रिकेट मैच तब तक नहीं समाप्त होता जब तक आप वो आखिरी विनिंग रन न बनाए या तो फिर वो आखिरी विकेट आप न ले। ओजस का स्पेल जारी रहेगा। एमसीसी 50 प्लस चैंपियनशिप यानी कि मुंबई क्लब क्रिकेट चैंपियनशिप 2025 का ये पहला सेमीफाइनल मैच गोरेगांव स्पोर्ट्स क्लब के घरेलू मैदान पर गोरेगांव स्पोर्ट्स क्लब बनाम एमसीसी बीकेसी। क्लीन बोल्ट दूसरे ओवर में तीसरा विकेट लिया है ओजस ने। Looking to play with a cross bat, and that is where he misses out. To replace Sushil Patil, it's going to be Saket Adhikari. Just what he docked toward the boundary for GSC. $129 for 3. Collecting 5 runs in the first 2 balls that he faces. A good start for him. Only 44 more. 44 required. Bringing the bottom man into play. A bit of a misfield. That's a crisp boundary there. That is the half century for Aniket Kawade. What a class act this man is. Just look at the consistency in his game. Bigger the stage, he likes to excel even better. The more he's motivated, the bigger the stage. Amit Dani has been halted, and in comes Yogesh for that final burst, for that final stint he comes in. Well ball, well played. Playing with soft hands, getting the single, getting to the non-striking end. Leading from the front, that's a Nikit Kawade. What a shot! Getting out of the crease just a little bit, getting to the pitch of the delivery, playing through the line on the rise, a bit aerial, but in total control. The end result, a swashbuckling boundary. 9 boundaries and 1 sixes in that innings from Aniket Kawade. Quite a range of delectable shots that is exhibited. It's been a masterpiece that is delivered. In total control, just to look at the mindset of this big player on this big platform. Stepping out a little too early. They collect one extra run for the overthrow. Runs coming in thick and fast. 140, 1 for 3. One ball left in over number 15. End of 15 overs, 142 it is for the loss of 3 wickets. आखिरी 30 गेंदों में मैच को जीतने के लिए 32 रन बनाने हैं। स्थिति थोड़ी सी नाजुक है टीम एमसीए बीकेसी के लिए, लेकिन अभी भी मैच में वापसी रच सकती है। बहुत ही तगड़ा क्रिकेट खेलना होगा। क्या विकल्प है कप्तान विरल आमीन के पास? दूसरे के लिए निकल पड़े, बड़ी आसानी से दूसरा रन भी मुकम्मल किया। Not the one to miss out on any kind of an opportunity to collect even a single extra run. He's up to the challenge, Saket. That couple takes the score to 144. उनतीस गेंदों में मैच को जीतने के लिए 30 रन बनाने हैं। 32 win of 29 balls. The man on strike, that is the absolutely well set Aniket Kawade. He is on a song. He's playing his top flight cricket. Punching it away. Just a look at the high elbow. Standing tall on that one. 145. Back on cruise mode. Team Goregaon Sports Club. Saket Adhikari has got the luxury to play his own game. He's just got to pick and choose the right ones to play the big shots. The rest of the time, he can give the due respect, play with soft hands. He can just keep the strike rotating. Just look at the precise timing on that shot and the placement spot on, the end result. A very confident looking boundary. 150 up, 150, only 24 required. छब्बीस गेंदों में 24 बनने हैं. चलिए चौका मिला, स्वागतार्ह चौका, 5 रन मिले, यानी कि अब केवल 19 बनाने हैं 26 गेंदों में. 26 balls and only 19 runs to win the match. The writing on the wall. The writing is on the wall. Well and truly on their way towards registering an emphatic victory against a top team like team MCA BKC. That's going to be a morale lifting win if they get there. If they get there, mind you, it's a game of cricket. 19 extras given away, 19 wides given away. He wants to carry his bat. He wants to be there when the winning runs are scored. Aniket Kawade, what brilliant approach, what spot on attitude. बहुत ही बढ़िया तेवर दर्शाया अनिकेत कवाड़े ने. बढ़िया क्रिकेट खेला है. जबरदस्त शॉट. चले, ये गेंद चली और बिल्कुल मैदान के बाहर चल गई. That's a monster hit. That's a humongous shot. Out of the park she goes. He gets stuck into that one. Such a lusty blow. The writing on the wall. The tenacious Aniket Kawade with a capital T. The industrious Aniket Kawade with a capital I. The enterprising Aniket Kawade with a capital E. That is Aniket Kawade, the genuine match winner. Only 13 required of 24 balls. 24 गेंदों में केवल 13 रन्स बनने हैं. ये आलम अब हो चुका है. बिल्कुल जीत की दहलीज पर, जीत के दरवाजे पर जोरों से हल्ला मचाती हुई टीम GSC. Knocking on the doors of what's going to be such a big victory. With that single, Aniket Kawade moves. He comes back on strike. He's on to 70. What a gem of a knock. 24-carat gold knock. A super batsman coming up with a superlative innings. They get their man at last. A moral victory for Yogesh. Caught behind. That's a good catch as well. Beaten in the flight. A little off balance. The head in the air. And that is where he lost the plot and lost the wicket as well. Team GSC. The giant player on his way back. In comes Vikas. Vikas Bhosle. What a knock by Baba. Nowhere near his expiry date, nowhere near his shelf date. The opening partnership from Aniket Kawade and Karan Singh Walia went a long way in sealing the fate of this match. The seal on the deal with that knock from Aniket Kawade. The biggest thank you to all the viewers on YouTube who are a part of this amazing MCC 50 Plus Championship journey. The first semi-final match on the verge of a massive victory at Team GSC against MCA BKC. Tomorrow's semi-final match, that is Bombay Gymkhana versus CCI at the Goregaon Stadium. The timing remains the same. 6:45 p.m. the toss and 7 p.m. match start. Tomorrow at the Goregaon Stadium, the second semi-final match. Mumbai Club Cricket Championship, 50 Plus Championship, the premier 50 Plus event. Oh, one more man bites the dust. One more man. The second wicket on the trot. Half the team back in the pavilion. Vikas taking that sorry walk back to the pavilion, arriving at the 22 yards. That is Abhishek Gosalkar. Back in the pavilion without troubling the scorers. दो संगीन वार किए हैं योगेश ने, लेकिन मामला अभी भी उलझा हुआ है टीम एमसीए बीकेसी के लिए। और 20 गेंदों में मैच को जीतने के लिए 12 रन बनाने हैं। आधी टीम अभी भी सुरक्षित है। Oh, what a hat-trick ball. A good one. Is all pumped up. But maybe it could be a case of a little too late in the day. But it's good to see this attitude from MCA BKC. It's a professional outfit and they are playing like one. They have not gone down on their knees. They are looking to still fight it out. They're playing some good cricket. This is what is expected of a team like MCA BKC. Such a good thing for Team GSC to be playing host to this wonderful first semi-final match of the MCC 50 Plus Championship presented by MCCC Foundation, not-for-profit initiative by Vinit Dujodwala, Mohit Chaturvedi and Ganesh Rai. We are into the dying moments of this first semi-final match. The writing is on the wall in bold letters. बिल्कुल जीत की दहलीज पर। अजमाइश होती हुई फिर से एक बार अमित दानी की। शोर बदले है इन्फिनिटी एन की तरफ से आखिरी लम्हों में। चौका मिलेगा, छोटी सी गेंद जवाबी कार्रवाई के रूप में आत्मविश्वास भरा चौका। ओवर की पहली गेंद पर फिर से एक बार यह मौसम पूरी तरह से टीम जीएससी के पक्ष में नजर आता हुआ। केवल और केवल औपचारिकता से हम गुजरते हुए केवल 8 रन बनाने हैं और केवल 8 रनों की जरूरत। फ्लाइटेड गेंद, वाइड गेंद, 7 रनों की जरूरत। Once again, back to where he belongs. Aniket Kawade, Baba. The legacy for him continues. And what a swashbuckling start in the company of Karan Singh Walia to establish a rock-solid foundation. 103 रनों की पार्टनरशिप हुई थी वो करण सिंह वाले और अनिकेत कवाड़े की। 103 रनों की शानदार साझेदारी। केवल 5 रन और बनने हैं, केवल माफ कीजिए 6 बनाने हैं और चौका मिलेगा। चलिए, केवल और 2 रनों की दरकार। अब 172 रन बन चुके हैं। ओनली 2 रिक्वायर्ड, औपचारिकता बाकी। चलिए, a curted appeal from Amit Dani, realizing that that wasn't a wicket-taking delivery. resigning to fate. That is team MCA BKC. What a way to finish the match. That is high and handsome into the mid wicket stance. That's a 80-meter hit. Congratulations. अभिनंदन के पात्र बनी है टीम GSC. मुंबई क्लब क्रिकेट चैंपियनशिप MCC 50+ चैंपियनशिप के ग्रैंड फिनाले में अपनी जगह को सुनिश्चित किया है. गोरेगांव स्पोर्ट्स क्लब ने शिकस्त दी है MCA BKC को. अपने आप में MCA BKC एक बहुत ही तगड़ी टीम है.